All right. Do we have audio? I don't have a quick. I see a needle bouncing.
Well, at least we skipped intros. Todd Volpe's laughing at us.
Do we have audio? I don't have.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds like God. Okay.
He's Dave, Andrew, I'm Chuck. Intro's done.
Yeah. All right, Andrew, tell us live coding happy hour for July 19th. We're not going to do it a fourth time.
We are not. We are going to roll right into
Does
our
YouTube
beers.
have lip reading transcription?
Here we go, going into our beers. Today, I've got a Nomad Australian beer called Freshie Salt and Pepper Gosa. What do you have, Chuck?
I have nothing. I have water. I am going. I'm a designated driver on Live Coding Happy Hour today for numerous reasons, but I'm going to leave that off air because most of them are personal. So I'm going with water for now.
All right.
I've got a Sweetwater Costa Kick plastic Pilsner. I have no idea what this is. I got a
sounds good
Sweetwater mixed 12 pack. So a couple familiar faces and a few things I've never heard of. So there we go. Andrew, what are we going to do today?
I wanted to do something different. I wanted a single day, just one complete, because we're coming up on folks needing to do their upgrades, and they're going to go through their upgrade skip list. And when you do that, revert or merge, your decisions when you're doing that skip list, and those are going to get put into an update set. The problem with that is now that we have so many scoped apps that ServiceNow is providing, you're getting from the store or you're building yourself, all of those are getting tucked into a singular update set, and that does not deploy to the next instance because it gets angry at you. So today, what we're going to do is build a utility that will take that update set that's got multi-scoped objects in it, and we'll make a batch with an update set for each of those scopes so that you can deploy that nice and easily.
Interesting.
Does that make sense? So we're going to start with a update set that has at least 2 objects in it that are in a scope that is not the same scope as the object is the update set. So it'll be a global update set that has some scoped objects in it. And then we are going to turn that into a number of update sets that are childs of that. And so it'll create a batch, and then you can deploy that single batch and avoid any of those scope import collision issues that you might have when trying to promote that up your tech stack. Any questions about that before we transition over into doing it?
No, let's light this up.
All right, let's light it up. So I will start my share. I said I will start my share.
Oh boy.
Try it 3 times.
All right. How is the zoom on my share?
I can read the text crisp. It looks like you're at about 100 or 110. Can we go to 125? That's better. That's better.
So
that's 175. You must have a ginormous monitor.
I do, and I already upscaled it. So I've went ahead. So I haven't really done any prep other than I created a single update set to put the work we do in, and an update set to put some stuff in that we're going to split. So here is
the grandparent, the master batch one, going to be in global by default, or what is your vision on that?
I don't care, because the batch doesn't care. So
the batch doesn't care.
So it doesn't matter which one is the parent one. Just for cleanliness sake, we'll probably make global one the top one. But when you're importing it as a batch, it actually doesn't care which one.
And you're able to discern the scope of those other objects need to go into a scope update set somewhere, I take it? Okay.
Absolutely, because the update itself knows which scope that file is in. So go to a customer update.
You can see.
So if I open up this,
there's an application field in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And how much of this is building on your
none. This is
your
all brand
previous
new.
experience with update set? I mean, you know your way around update sets pretty well based on your update set tracker stuff, right?
Yeah. I don't think we're going to be leveraging hardly any of that knowledge, though.
Okay.
This will be mainly just pure glide record creating and querying. So this is going to be fairly straightforward. I think we'll start it with just doing it a script. If for some reason we complete this in 20 minutes, which is not going to happen, and everything's working wonderful, I might move it into a flow. But we're just going to start with. I'll probably just start it in a fixed script, just because I'm not sure how I actually want to deploy it. So I think a fixed script.
Daniel had a question that was on my mind as well. He says, why does the platform even allow multi-scope objects in an update set if you can't deploy them through normal means?
That's a really, that's a great question. But I don't know the answer.
We're investigating.
I just know that this is a problem that folks run into occasionally. So there is for example, if you go to a business rule, and I'm in some other scope, here, I'm in that scope, and I open up this scoped object. And when I hit edit this record here,
it allows you to do whatever you want.
It will push this application's update object into this update set that is not for that, and then I will have problems when I import. So this is not uniquely to the upgrade problem, but the only time I actually care about solving it for folks is for the upgrade, because there is no reasonable way when you're doing the upgrade. And in fact, let's go there just so we can remind folks what this looks like.
You may have just answered something that I was seeing. I went, hey, this update set it's got 2 errors in it. And that might very well be the reason why.
Yeah. So when I'm in, so I go here to skip changes to review, and I open up one of these and I say, okay, I would like to revert to base system. If this is in a scope that's different than the updates that I'm in, it will put it in there. But then when I'm trying to import that update set to the next instance, it will get angry at me.
And what it really needs to do is figure out what scope the base system one should be in and give you either a new update set or just say, I'm going to put the change somewhere, default update set in that scope.
It would be nice if it did that. And that's what we're going to build.
Well, we're going to rip it apart after got it wrong. It'd be nice if we got it right first.
Absolutely. So, so that's what we're going to solve is, if I either merge or revert to base system here, it's going to put that customer update into my update set, and it will be a different scope than the scope of the update set, and then bad things. So let's return to fixed script. Come on. You can do it. Let's make a new one.
This is a bit meta, but where are you capturing the changes for this app if your update sets are already made?
So I'm going to update set splitter.
There you go.
The name of the thing. And so update set splitter. Okay. So what we would like to do is we would like to ultimately what we're going to do is create a function to pass in an update set. So I might actually make this a UI action. But I want to craft it here.
Sure.
Just because I like fixed scripts. So in fact, that really makes a lot of sense. Is this should be a UI action on the update set record, because I'm going to want those objects, but I can pretend like I have that here. Let us go get.
Then once you've got the splitting functionality, you could also do some detection functionality to put a condition on that UI action to say, look, if it's fine and it only contains
don't even present it,
then don't even present it. But if we've got more than one update in here that belongs to a different scope, then you put that on and go, hey, warning, Will Robinson, you might want to split this apart into and make it batchable.
That sounds great. So let us go open up an update. So I'm going to, and this is a handy little trick. I love to copy this URL to get to the actual table that contains these.
Mhm.
I love that little trick. So gets me here. And let's go ahead and give us the application so that we can see that. I want to be able to see that here. So given current, so current is going to be this update set. I would like to query. So that sys update set table is going to be where current is.
Mhm.
And then I want to query the sys update XML
Yep.
table for the records that are related to me. So let's get that going. So RGR, we're going to do sys update, what is it? Update set or just
Update set. Yep.
Yes. Set. We're going to, for now, just give it a get. We're going to give it a sys ID. Let's actually give it a real one. The one I wanted to split and set to split. Copy this sys ID. Go in there.
Start with a known quantity. Yep.
Yep. All right. Then I'm going to, so this is set to split. All right. Now we're going to create a new, and the table we want is sys update XML.
Yep.
Bam. And we want to query on update set is my update set. So let's just copy that query.
No, I wouldn't put it there though.
So
you want whatever set to split dot get unique value is.
Update set.
You want it from your other glide record. I wouldn't use the encoded query in there, but
I'm not using an encoded query. I was just getting the name.
Oh,
Update
okay.
underscore
Okay.
set.
You wanted update. Gotcha. You wanted the field name that it keys off of.
Yeah. So set to split, and then we can get unique value. We're going, so let's see, this is the customer updates.
You want that as a while?
And so, sure. So
I want more than one record.
Absolutely want all of them. So we've got an update set. Now we have all of its kids. Lovely. And so what I want to do actually is there's two things I want to do here, and maybe this is a little decision we want to make. So I want to see if what all the scopes are, right? And then I'm going to make new update sets based off of that.
Okay.
So
you want to
the
just
first thing I have to do is
in an
get
array?
all of the scopes.
I would say that sounds probably like a hash table, right?
Yeah.
So that sounds like I might want to do something along the lines of even, I might want to just get the scopes with glide aggregate.
You could do a glide aggregate and just do a quick count and say, how many unique ones do I have before you jump in the
I don't even care about the uniques. I can just
you're basically like what you want to do is run through that list, get each of the scopes, and then create a new update set per scope, right? And then
Okay.
And then pass that into this one as another parameter of for each scope one. And then while I'm in the while, I'll create a new update set. So let's do that. So var customer scopes, new glide aggregate.
That would be a nice macro to have, wouldn't it?
Oh, look, it was happy with me for a second. Sys update XML.
Daniel says we could do a glide aggregate distinct.
Glide aggregate distinct, really?
Yeah, I don't know about distinct. I heard rumors of it, but I don't know if it's documented, and IntelliSense obviously didn't show it to us there. I know what they're after.
Glide aggregate.
There's get aggregate. There's
I don't see it get
not distinct. It's not unique. It's yeah, I don't see it either. Daniel, do you know a method that we don't? Have you seen something? It might be one of those rare undocumented beasts.
All right, so let's go ahead and so what we want is we want to group by. So we're going to do something relatively close to this. Here we are.
Need more examples in our documentation.
Group by. Actually, I actually want to get. Do I want to get the? And I want to add an aggregate.
You want to add an aggregate of count, but you also you do want to do your group by.
So I was just looking at this the other day, and there is one of these. I think it's the add aggregate. Actually, does a group by.
Really?
Apparently. Order by. Order by does a group by.
Like intrinsically?
Yes.
Interesting.
So
give it a shot. What do we got to lose?
Aggregate first. Add ag. What are you angry about here? I want to add an aggregate. Yes.
You stopped typing in the middle of a dot.
Yeah, it was angry. And we want on scope. What's the is it just scope?
You need an N there.
Yeah, and I think it's syscope is the
let's go
application field name typically.
Go look for sure. Application.
Okay, it is application on that one. I'm thinking of on sysapp.
Yeah, so looks like application. Application.
I don't think it's uppercase though. I don't know. Is that it? Are the field names case sensitive?
I would think under the hood they probably aren't, because MySQL is not, or MariaDB is not.
But yeah. So let's do customer scopes and order by, which also does group by, and we will do count. Oh, just order by application.
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 I want to see this. This is a new territory.
I was writing an glide aggregate blog this week, so I've got aggregate on my brain. That's one of the reasons I jumped to this, and I was like, I've got aggregate on my brain. We don't have enough examples. Let's do one on the show.
Love it.
We want to. What am I while you take out the autocomplete thing, and my brain is just going to mush on me. Where's my format for this? All right, so query it, and then we want to
if you get one
value, and but you actually have to use the the object.
That's not going to stand out there by itself.
It's not going to hang out by itself there.
And you probably want to assign it to something too. I've never seen somebody type right to left on this interface.
I'm prepping for other languages. All right. So we want to, let's make an array up here. So for scopes, then we're going to.
Do you want an array or do you want a hash?
I just want an array.
Okay.
You can always make an array of objects later. But
Yeah. All right. So now I just want to scopes dot push this in. All right. Because all I really want is a list of the applications pushed into scope. And so that should uniquify it, but I could also uniquify it afterwards. But
is that going to give you a list of applications? Or is that going to give you the count?
Well, you're basically dropping the count on the floor.
Yeah, I'm dropping the count on the floor because I don't care.
Oh, okay. Because you did it. Yeah. Okay.
Basically, by doing it this way, I'm getting a count and I can get the value because I'm counting on it.
Oh, okay.
You can't get values on things that you don't have access to. And so most of the fields you won't have access to here, but you have application because you're counting on it.
Right? My brain was going to get aggregate application. Gotcha.
Well, yeah. So like ultimately you're getting a result set with two columns, one of which is application, one of which is count, right?
And so we will, hello there, scopes. And we're going to say,
copy that. So it outputs. Are you getting an array of what you think you're getting?
Yeah. And so we'll take a look at that and see what we're getting. And then after we've got that, we'll use that down here. So this is not super useful for now.
Comment it out.
Do we have anything in that update set yet? I don't think I do.
I thought you said you had 3.
No, that was a different update set. I haven't put anything in this one. All right. So let's save this, change our update set, and put some stuff in there. Set to split. Let's go smush some stuff in there. All right. We shall go to business rules. We like those. We can smash some business rules in there. All right. You, and you are all getting in there. Get in there, buddy. I will actually, I can't use the utility I want to use because it is actually too helpful.
it's
the add to update set utility is ScopeAware now, and it will create a batch for me when you push it in there. So I actually have to tell these to go full. Go in. See.
Deal with it.
Deal with it. Go. Next one. Yes.
It's harder than you thought to make this work.
And let's get a global one. Just because it's fun.
And there happens to be one on the next one.
Fun.
All serious updates, I'm sure.
All very, very serious, very important updates that I need to deploy. All right, view current.
Did you right click on that icon?
No, I left clicked.
Oh, okay.
I've got the utility.
Was that Arnid's or is that part of Explore?
It's the UI 16 developer thing.
There's one that I didn't know about. Okay.
I didn't push them in here because it hates me.
Where did they go?
I don't know. That's what's bothering me. But I guess I can.
You could go to sysupdateXML.list and see where they went.
I
Anywhere.
could do that. No, is this update?
XML.
Just XML.
XML.list. And it will say what update set or application it got pushed into. I think update set's already on the list somewhere.
Updated. Where did y'all go, buddy? Where'd you go?
Business rule, business rule, business rule. There's your two GitHub companions.
Into default.
I went to
in
default.
their
In what
scope.
application though?
In their scopes.
Oh, well, that was nice. That's what I would hope they do.
That's what I would hope they'd do too, and so they did. So we need to force some. We need to force some. So I guess I'm gonna have to go find a scope thing in here and shove it in. I have to replicate the real problem.
Not simulate it.
Not simulate it. Well, I could simulate it. I can just go.
Go to sysupdate XML and
Yeah, we could go to background scripts and just force these into that one.
You can't list edit them in there?
No, there's no, because it'll get angry about your scope.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's trying to make it so that you don't have this problem. Yeah. So if I go and try and change its update set, this should be a filtered list only for my scope, but hey man, if it lets me, it lets me. Oh, okay, yeah. Says no.
The code is the easy part in this one.
Code is the easy part. All right, so well, that's a little annoying. So which way should we approach it, Dave? Should we
do you have one of your do you have a upgrade generated update set?
I have upgrades, yes. I have upgrade histories.
Do you have one that has a bunch of the cross scope?
Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was just to say you found this out through some means, but I don't know if you did it on this instance.
Yeah, it wasn't my instance.
Okay.
In which
so you have some changes in here to review. We can revert to base.
All these look like, well, this one might be a scoped one. This that might be a different scope, but I can't revert, so yay. Let's see if we can find something in a different scope. And of course it doesn't show me application. Of course it doesn't. Ugh. Maybe if I want to find something with another scope. I think I'm going to have to force them in. I think I'll just have to manhandle some.
Can you do that through scripts background? I thought it blocked you there too.
I can tell it to not run any workflows.
Is that what's blocking it, or is it the platform
Possibly.
layer?
I'm not sure if it's a business rule or a platform.
Okay,
that's one way to find out.
One way to find out.
So customer updates. Where's that list? Here's the list. All right, let's show before. Nope, show after. Go away, you. Am I struggling with? I just want to show after. Yeah, these. And I want to take this and change their update set. Okay. So and this is sys update XML. And we're going to add encoded query. And we're going to query. And while, actually, I just want to multi-edit them. So gr dot, what autocomplete's killing me that it's not here. I went to auto or set workflow, set
workflow
false. I want to set value of come on down here, which is update underscore set. And I want to set it to this one's. We can get it out of the XML here. Update sets. SysID here. Date. Oh. Anything jumping out crazy that I did wrong? Query on those three.
No, good use of update multiple though. It's not something most people are aware of.
So let's run it and see how angry it is. Missing line 2. It's angry about the ticks. All right. Let us try it like that. Okay. We got 3 rows. That's looking promising. And we had anything in here? 3. Yay!
Okay, we got a global and a GitHub command. We have our sample data set.
We have a sample data set. Look at that. I'm taking a drink on that. Somebody talk for a second.
I did find something that does count distinct as sort of a SQL hack workaround with Glide Aggregate. So it's a bit of a little Bobby Tables kind of thing. You do a get aggregate, and then in your quotes you have count parenthesis distinct. It's just the open parenthesis. And then you close your quote. So somehow it knows to inject that, and then you get a distinct count on whatever field you do. So not that we need it here, but it could be helpful.
In case you're not familiar with script's background and the rollback for possibilities, so it stores this script execution history, which stores your script, as well as gives you information about the actual running of it.
How many records were affected, related records that were affected, all kinds of, this is my favorite London feature right there.
Three records were affected. Like, this is just awesome in case you haven't ever used it. It's pretty great. So now we actually have a data set. So now we can go back to our business rule, which was here, and we just got our fixed script and we moved away. So let's move back. So we're going to query on that. We're going to get all of the scopes, which should only be 2. For now, let's just see what they are. And let's comment this out. And let's just run this. Yeah, that looks good to run. So let's save it and run it. Because our expectation is we see 2. Let's see what we get. Well, this is not my expectation. Whatever's going on here.
Some sysids and 1 global. I'm guessing the sysid on the global is global. Kind of like
that is the sysid of the global scope is global.
That's the second one in the system. The sysid of the default view in sysui view is default view.
Default, yes.
It's like what?
So why did we get so many results? And
you did update
Very
the
different.
sysid to your new update set, right?
this should be this sysid. So copy sysid. That should be
CB85.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. 90.
That's the one. So we got
Sys
that,
update
and
set.
then we queried this for. We didn't add a query. Ha.
What were you looking for? The SysID? The
We want to query on ones in that update set.
Okay. Yep. I knew we had to use that.
Dot add query. Oh, silly me. So that is
I think it's just
it's
update, update under set.
Is it? We used it down here, so it is.
Good thing for short-term memory. I'm the one who's not drinking.
I have no memory anytime, drinking or not, so it doesn't make any difference. And then we're going to use this guy. In fact, we're going to use it just like this.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. So now we're actually going to narrow down the
just the three you want.
Just the three we want. Hey, so that's one of those cases where we had an expectation, it failed, and we knew immediately that we had done something wrong because we knew what victory looked like, and it was supposed to be 2, and we got. In fact, what we got was the list of all of the scopes that have an update record in our system.
That was a pretty healthy list.
I do a few things in here. Look at that. Now that is what
That's
we
better because we just have 2 scopes.
Because we wanted to, we got to, and one of them is even the known correct one. So if this is the other one, then pure magic.
One of them is correct. The other we're assuming.
I'm not going to assume for very long because it is this the correct record? Right? This is, no, that's not the right one. So we'll go down here and we'll take a look at this application's sysid. And I can't really see up in that top very well, but those are the same. Yay. So we got the exact results that we were expecting.
Okay.
So
now that you have your list of scopes, what are you going to do with it?
Now that is going to be our we are going to then so it's a good question.
So basically you're going to loop
plan. I was going to loop on those, right?
Yeah, you're going to loop over those scopes. You're going to create a new update XML record,
a new
for each one
new
of those.
update set for each of them,
and then move the sysupdate XML record
into them.
How do you identify those records?
So the first thing I'm going to do is create new update sets. So for anything that's not global, I'm going to create a new update set.
Why don't you want to make a new update set for global?
Because I already got one.
Do you?
Well, so in this case, it's global. So in the generic case, we don't want to make one for the one we already are. So current's scope. We don't need to make a new one for that because they're already in that one. We could.
Is that always going to be the case, though?
Is what always the current update set will
right now your current one set to split is in global, but I could be doing this.
That's why I was genericizing it to say that whatever the current ones is. But we could we could dump all of them into children and have the top batch just be empty. That is entirely possible, and then we don't even have to care. I kind of like that. Is not caring. Let's go with the not caring option.
You reduced your if statement count by 1.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to put in logic to, like introspect your current update set and skip that one, that's just, I mean, you can do it, but
you could do it, but there's no value, right? I'm going to create one less. Yeah, I don't care, right? One less update set. that I don't have to do anything with. So what I'm going to do is create an update set for every one of these scopes and set their parent to the current record. And that's it. Yeah. So I'm going to.
That needs to be inside a loop. Yep.
Yeah. We're going to for that. So we are going to do for scopes length, and we're going to create child sets dot application.
Do you want new record?
Yeah. And our application is going to be customer scope. Oh,
Scope sub
it's
I.
going to be scope I.
Yep.
And the child set's parent is going to equal
set to split.
Set to split unique value. You know, I'm getting
by this point. You should have made a variable.
Yeah.
3 times you need a variable.
The
parent ID.
Parent's fine.
Okay.
Parent ID. I like it. All right. Now you there. Come here. And go there. Go there.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're going to go here.
Nicely done.
Yeah. All right. So child sets parents, parent ID. And that's it. I don't.
Do you want a name? Do you want like a self-generated name?
Oh, good call. I absolutely want a name. Is the name of update set's name?
I'm guessing it is, but
I hope so,
yeah.
but
but
don't.
You can't always guarantee.
I don't rely on anything.
No,
because my memory is bad and other people are bad, and the combo is I just check everything.
Well, the name of table in a number of places is collection.
So split update, and then we're going to do.
What do you want? The society?
The parent. No, I'm going to do the name of the parent. So this guy.
They're all going to have the same parent, so they're all going to get the same name if you do it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, I'm doing split update followed by the name of the parent.
Right, but the parent, the name of the parent isn't changing. So if you had 3 update sets, they're all going to be named split update.
So scope.
Parent.
Throw in scope there.
You're going to have to put the sys-ID, the scope sub I in there somewhere to make unique. That's the only unique thing you've got at this point.
Yeah, so the scope is scope sub I, but that's a sys-ID. That sucks.
It's not pretty, but it's unique, and it's the only thing you've got. Unless you wanted to start counting just I, split update 1 or 0, 1, 2.
I could get the name of the application.
You could if you wanted to go do another.
Could, but I don't want to. That's a good call.
just use I.
I could actually get it this way.
Get ref record.
So I could get application.name, child set .application.name here.
But your record isn't created yet. I think you can only dot walk.
Yeah, I can't dot walk because it's not real yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boo.
Just use I.
Just use I.
We're only going to be, if someone wants to embellish this, go nuts.
Go nuts. Let's at least throw in a space.
I was just going to suggest that.
Sleep sounds can help you with that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The skill, sleep sounds can help you.
Alexa, cancel.
I just turned her off. So we've got a name now. What else is really important? State. It's going to get the default state.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is the default state in progress? Yes. Default state is in progress, so that should work.
So
Everything
that'll
else,
be
I think,
fine.
is
Everything will be
pretty
fine.
square. Okay.
All right.
Insert.
So now we've got now these exist.
No, they don't. You didn't do an insert yet. And save that. Do like a var child ID. You need that. So you can tie your sysupdate XML records back to it.
Say that again, Chuck.
Line 22, var child ID equals whatever you got there.
But that's going to change.
Right. You need that sys ID.
Oh, yeah. I can tuck this stuff in this for loop. Okay. That's fine.
Otherwise, you've got a new update set record. You can't move your other child records till you
tuck this in here.
Yep.
And now what we want to do is add a query here.
Yes, you need one more query to get just the sysupdate XML records for
my
that
scope.
parent update set for that scope.
Yep.
Yep.
And so our application
is going to be scope sub I.
Is
scope sub I.
Scopes, yes, it is. Scopes.
Scopes. He's gone to the German spelling.
Scopes. Scopes I. That will get us the update sets with parent ID. Yep.
Kevin Eldridge says, Alexa, order 5 pallets of beer.
All the beers. And now we want to change their, and in fact, we don't need a while anymore.
You don't?
That is correct. We don't.
Oh, because you can do an update multiple.
So we're going to do an update multiple.
Wow, twice in one day.
Twice.
How you feeling?
Are you feeling risky?
No, risky is delete multiple.
All right, so we're going to set our application to be we're going to set not our application. We're going to set our update set to be child ID.
Have a minus that should be a plus on the line where you are setting the name. I don't think so. No, they're pluses. Might have been just one of those delay things.
Yeah,
line 21 looks good to me.
It's entirely possible.
Yes, you want it to the new child ID. Did you associate the child with the parent? Yes, on 20. Yep. Okay.
So we do the query, we perform the query, we set their new value to and the child ID is already set to point to parent. So that's looking pretty solid there.
Has anyone done any timing exercises to find out if update multiple is faster than running through a while loop full of updates?
Yes, and it is.
I'm really going to start looking for opportunities to use that. I just had a whole bunch this week that I should have.
Though it's making me nervous that it doesn't auto-complete it. Anytime things don't auto-complete, I'm like, am I not able to use that here? What's going on? All right, so
not available in scope application. Curse you.
Let's see. Is there anything? So we built our array of scopes. We're going through the different lists of scopes. We're querying we're creating a new update set for each of those scopes, setting its parent record. That looks like it might actually work. Let's run it. This is a test instance. Slow. All right, let's take a look. If we come over here,
drum roll,
we click this, we expect this to have 0.
Right.
All right.
I'm
now
feeling more comfortable.
We
Let's
should have
take
batches. We have 3 batches. We should. Yes, 3 batches.
And if we open up
child update sets 2,
we're expecting 2.
Why do we have 3 batches?
Not
2.
No, there's 2 children and 1 parent. That's 3.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's a parent has 0 updates and the 3.
Yes. So 2 childs, 3 total.
That's worthy of a drink.
Well, I mean, that's worthy of a drink, and it is 5:26. That I feel like that's a victory right there.
I call that a victory. Nice exercise. It seemed, what we thought was rather trivial. We kind of got hung up in the data set, but pulled it out.
The only other thing to do is let us go to this. I'll push it to share later.
But the thing that you want to do, right? You probably don't want to leave it as
a UI action,
right? You don't want to leave it as the fixed script with the hard-coded sysid.
Right, right.
But that part is
that's a one-line.
Did your child update sets have reasonable names that we assigned? I didn't get a quick glance.
I didn't check that.
Yeah, they did. They had the index.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Update set 0 set discipline. I like it.
Lovely.
That's satisfactory for me.
Good enough.
Good enough. That is good enough. And switching that to be a function in a script include that UI action can call is super trivial to do, and I will do so. And then I'll put this up on the share for you for your New York upgrade that you'll be doing relatively soon in the future, hopefully. All right. I am stopping share, turning video back on, turning the lights back on.
All right. Fantastic. So your design goal, even with the multiple false starts, you brought it in right on time. So very nice.
Yeah. Creating the false data set was the hardest bit. Is the scenario.
Isn't that crazy? Sometimes the data will get you.
It's because system didn't want you to be able to do that. So cool. So now we have a utility that will help you in your next upgrade when you're doing your merges or revert to base, and they get things stuck in an update set for a scope that they shouldn't be. You can now easily parse that out in an automated fashion with a single button. That is sounding like all sorts of victory. So I shall rate my beer. This Gosa, the salt and pepper Gosa. It was okay.
Did it taste like salt and pepper?
It was okay.
Was it salty? Was it peppery?
It was a little salty. It was a little peppery. I mean, it didn't have false advertising. But I'm thinking a 3.5.
I'm actually going lower than that because I am truly not feeling the Costa Pilsner. So I'm going a solid 3.0 because this is you're
not picking that up again.
I probably will pay attention to whether this is a component of the next random mixed variety pack because I certainly don't love it. So
you have a hit list like that. It's like never buy this again.
There's no chance I'll actually remember it. It would have to be
down. Otherwise, I'm likely to pick it up and go, what did I do that for again?
Well, that's like the thing where you go into Untapped and you say you either love or hate something. You look at it and your review is like 1.5 points off of what it's already in there. You've already rated it before. And it's like radically different.
Radically different.
Why is it so far from how I thought it last time? But anyway,
you gave it a 3.0 with the 1/4 point success factor.
I wasn't counting. Probably so. This could easily be a sub 3 beer.
It could be a sub 3. That's funny.
It's basically the craft version of Coors Light.
Oh, disappointing.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that
I give water a 5.0.
Thank you so much for working through that with me, and I think we've got a handy utility to put on the share, which is part of developer.servicenow.com.
And what I will do, if you're watching this later, like more than say 24 hours after the original stream or whenever Andrew gets it up on share, I will put the link to share on the metadata of YouTube.
Awesome. And so visit us at the developer site. Dave just released a new blog today about testing ATF REST steps. We regularly blog there. We've got the APIs that we used on the site today. hopefully you've got your developer instances from there. And when New York comes out, we will have lots of content for the new things to help you get up to speed on that stuff. And I think that is fairly wrapped up, gentlemen.
We've got a Tech Now coming up on the 20th of August that has all the New York platform features in it as well. So watch.
Awesome. You've already got that scheduled. The 20th of August.
Yeah, it's
Fantastic.
scheduled. It's not registerable yet. That'll be coming in the next week or two. So watch for that. We'll have that on social media and usual places. So that's one of the big ones. The releases are always hot.
Thank you, Chuck.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm going to go to this water park right here. Immediatamente.
All right.
All
Have a
right.
great weekend, everybody.
All right. Thanks,
Take care.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.